Alrighty, welcome to another Vintage Cube Draft. This is a Vintage Cube Draft League here on Magic Online. The new Vintage Cube got put up, and even though they're doing some stuff that's a little wild, I decided I wanted to come check it out. So, Mox Pearl, this is my second draft of this format, of the Vintage Cube format. This is my thousands, I've drafted thousands of times. Of this particular cube, this is draft number 2, but I know enough that I'll take Mox Pearl. The biggest thing I don't like is that they reduced the artifacts theme. That's like my favorite thing going on in Cube, but we'll see. I mean, I suspect this Underworld Cookbook, Stitcher Supplier stuff's not going to be good enough. But Mox Pearl certainly is, passing Mystic Confluence, Palace Stealer, and Broadside Bombardiers. All great cards, but I'm not passing a Mox here. Yeah, Tortured Existence, so we'll see about that one. I think here I might actually take the new hotness, Carnage Interpreter. I actually think this card's awesome. 1 black for a 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, you discard your hand and investigate 4 times. Also, as long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, this has +2/+2 in Menace. The way that I can compare this is to Seasoned Pyromancer, where it's much easier to cast because it's black-red hybrid mana, which opens up to tons more decks, or in black-red it's free, or like the color-wise it's free, you can always cast it. Instead of drawing 2 cards, you get you get 4 clues. You do discard your hand instead of 2 cards, but many times when you play this, you'll have fewer cards in hand, and you get a 5/5 Menace instead of a 2/2 plus some 1/1. So I think Interpreter is pretty great. Snuff Out's also good, but I am interested in playing with this card, so I'm going to take it. Not sure about Inverter of Truth. I might just take Firebolt here. I could also Metamorph. Metamorph's pretty good if you draw it post-Interpreter. And one of the cool things about this, too, is it can support Tolarian Academy style deck, though, of course, that has been weakened in this cube anyway. I don't really want to take Council of Judgment. I'll take the Metamorph. I think Firebolt's a little bit underpowered. Oh, 4th pick Parallax Wave. There's also Gaia's Cradle, though I guess this doesn't make much creatures, it makes clues. I don't think Spellseeker is what I want. Burst Lightning, Frantic Search. Wave doesn't go too well with Carnage Interpreter, but it's kind of a busted card. I think I'm actually just going to take Parallax Wave anyway. And then now I might just take Figure of Destiny. I don't think I want to take another expensive card. Figure is cheap, goes nicely with Wave. I could also be like Black-White or something along those lines. I don't think I want Gurmag Angler here. All right, I'll take Figure of Destiny. Not the direction I thought I was going to go, but a 4th pick Parallax Wave, I mean, that is a real card. All right, and here, well, Chrome Mox is really nice with Interpreter, and it's good in White Weenie. Also, Probe is good too. I don't think I want any of the other things here. Let's just take Chrome Mox and kind of see where we're at. All right, and here, kind of some interesting options here. There's Porcelain Legionnaire to be the most, that's going to be the safest pick. There's Oust, which is fine. There's a red-blue tap land. I don't think I want Goldspan or Odor Axonal. Bloodtide is interesting. I could be black-red and then just ditch the Parallax Wave. I have all these artifacts. Maybe I just take Porcelain Legionnaire and hope for a Tolarian Academy. All right. I mean, I think Legionnaire is a safe enough pick because I could also be mono-white and just ditch Carnage Interpreter. That's totally fine. Oh, wow. Late Wasteland here. Pyrokinesis is good too, but I already have Parallax Wave. I don't even know if I'm playing this Interpreter. So I think I might just take Wasteland because Wasteland's great. I mean, Selfless Spirit's okay, but Wasteland's actively amazing. All right, this pack. Weird, all the unplayables are still here. Am I supposed to take one of these cards? I don't really think they do much. Maybe I'll just take the Xander's Lounge. I don't know. I could also move away from Parallax Wave. The way I've drafted this so far is kind of funny. I have 1 white card, 1 red-black card, and 1, I guess, red-white card, but all the rest of my cards are effectively colorless. So I don't really know where I'm going. I guess I could take Scrubland. Sarah Paragon's also a pretty nice card, especially with Wasteland. Yeah, I think I want Sarah Paragon here. I guess I could take Scrubland and then be like Mardu. I don't want Beaumont. I don't think I want Restoration of a Gonjo. I mean, I guess I would like to play Parallax Wave. I think Sarah Paragon's a pretty strong card. Oh, well, that's a late Council's Judgment. Okay, let's just take that. And you know what? This Carnage Interpreter, maybe I just cut that. That's the weak link. Cut the Xander's Lounge on the Carnage Interpreter. I guess take Sun Gold Sentinel. I'll take a black-white land. It's possible that if I end up with enough red and white lands, I guess I'll take the stage because I'm not playing Raging Ravine. I could maybe get Carnage Interpreter in, or I could just be mono-white and not mess with all that stuff. So, unfortunate that the new card I wanted to try doesn't look super likely I'm going to play it, but we'll see what the next pack brings, because that could definitely change things more in that direction. We'll see. All right, next pack. Well, I don't really want Force of Will. Gut is an amazing card. That could pull me back into red, because this is looking like a deck that would utilize Gut fairly well. I could also take Skull Clamp, of course. Skull Clamp is good with Figure. It's good with Sarah Paragon. I guess it's good with Porcelain Legionnaire. Gut and Carnage Interpreter is also sick. All right, I'm going to take Gut because I kind of want to play this Carnage Interpreter if I can. Let's see. We'll see if that's a possibility. I think I'm still on Ancient Tomb, though, despite having somewhat awkward colors. I don't think I want Balance. I don't think I want Troll of Khazad-dûm. Lorien is okay, but Ancient Tomb is just a really strong card when you've got cards with a decent amount of colorless in their cost. Turn 1 Ancient Tomb, Porcelain Legionnaire. Turn 2 Gut. Anyone? All right, and here, well, there's Mother of Runes, there's Lelia, another really strong red card. There's Karakas, and there's Godless Shrine. I think I've got a lot of good threes. I think I'm just going to take Mother of Runes. Mother of Runes is kind of busted. Like, when you lead on Mother of Runes, some decks just fold right there. And I will try to get the mana to cast these cards, but we'll have to see where we end up on that. If I can't end up playing them, then so be it. All right, now I'll just take Inspiring Vantage. I'll just start to work on the mana. Tide Hollow Sculler would be nice, but we're not in a position to do that. I've got to just take the land for sure. And then here, there's a Thalia and a Guardian of New Benalia. Urborg can cast Carnage Interpreter by itself, but I'll just take Thalia. Thalia is one of the payoffs for playing this style of deck. And then here there's a Plateau, which is perfect. Priest of Fell Rites and Monstrous Rage. Yeah, all right. So I've got 2 red-white lands and a white-black land. Yeah, I think that Carnage Interpreter might make the cut here. And then here there's a Skyclave Apparition. This is great. All right, I think we're in the right place. Resto Angel versus Raugrin Triumph. I think maybe a tapped red-white land. I don't think Ange's Ravager is where I want to be. Resto Angel. Yeah, Resto Angel actually works really nicely with Carnage Interpreter. Metamorph, Skyclave. All right, I'm in to try Resto here. I even have the Ancient Tomb. Oh, and this is a good chance to try Headliner Scarlet. 4 mana, 3/3 haste. They can't block when you play it, and at every upkeep you get to exile your top card and you can cast it that turn. Seems pretty good. I guess I'll take Balance. Maybe I'll side it in some matchups. Godless Shrine is perfect. I don't think I need Winds of Abandon. I already have Council's Judgment, Parallax Wave, Skyclave. Oh, Deathgreater's Champion's also good, but I think I'll just take the Godless Shrine. Take Lava Dart for the sideboard. And I just feel like I've got plenty of playables here, so we're looking for not too much more. And Xander's Lounge doesn't actually help cast any of my cards, so I guess the blue can help cast Metamorph. All right, I suppose Guardian of New Benalia is okay. I don't think I'm going to have enough black to want to play Woe Strider. It's only good with Gut anyway. Generally, I don't want Woe Strider in my deck. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford Mutavault either, but we'll see. Last pick, Court of Garenbrig. Disrespectful. Okay, going into pack 3. Feel pretty good about taking Gut there because I ended up with some good fixing. Now there's Luminarch Aspirant and Elite Spellbinder and Dismember, but I'm just going to take Luminarch. More 2-drops is also good. Is always good. You've got some good 3s. Luminarch is just so sick. Sunbait Canyon might come back. Spellbinder might come back for that matter. All right, and then followed up. Oh, Arid Mesa. Arid Mesa seems kind of perfect for me too. I'll maybe get Flicker Wisp back. Probably get one of these lands back if I want it. And yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Next up, we have Rabblemaster, Get Lost, Wandering Emperor, and Othari, and Mana Vault. Oh, I gotta take Mana Vault. It's so sick with Gut. I have Resto, I have Headliner Scarlet. I feel like I can use the Mana Vault, and then one of these cards I think is due to come back. So let's just take Mana Vault here and put that in my, here, let's rearrange these actually a little bit. Probably not going to take any 5s anyway, so we've got a pretty good set of accelerants here for this deck, and some pretty strong cards. So I feel like we're basically on track. I've got good interaction, good pressure. Just need some more creatures, I suppose. All right, here we've got Karizev Skyship Raider, which I think will be kind of nice with some of these. Did I tell you whether it's good with gut? Werefox Bodyguard. I could see this one being okay. I don't really want Timeless Dragon or Carnosaur. K-Command's a little ambitious. Let's just take Karizev, and maybe we'll get one of the other things back here. These lands don't help. Ephemerate works with... it actually does work with Carnage Interpreter, Skyclave, Metamorph. Yeah, that's not quite enough. I could take Chromatic Star. It's nice to sacrifice to Gutterino. It's a card to help cast Carnage Interpreter and store value from it, and it's good to Sarah Paragon. Yeah, let's do that. I think that's going to be the pick. Savai Triome. I don't actually need it because I don't have any actual black cards, so let's just take a Braid because I would like a little bit more interaction here. And then we've got Touch the Spirit Realm versus, well, I'm not taking Through the Breach. Embereth Shieldbreaker. It's also Ayara, but I'm not going to play that much black. Let's just take Touch the Spirit Realm. This card's also fine. And late Underworld Breach, but Cathar Commando for me. And now we're closing in on our last couple cards. So now we have 31 cards. We add 9 land. We get 16 land plus Mox, Mana Vault. So I would like another 2 playables or so. Oh, an Elite Spellbinder Wield. Excellent. That's also a good sign for the next couple packs. I feel like we're going to get some good stuff here. Well, maybe not so much out of this pack. I guess I'll just take the Goblin Bombardment. I'm not playing Monastery Swiftspear in this deck. That is not something I'm super interested in doing. Yeah, so right now we're at 15 lands. Plus 2 Moxes is 17, plus Mana Vault. Kind of like an 18th land, but I also do have a Wasteland and a Silent Clearing, so I could not splash, or I could just take Get Lost. I think Get Lost is a pretty good way to interact with the opponent's stuff. And now I could play 1 fewer land, though. At this point, maybe I'd cut Guardian of New Benalia. I don't know if this card's actually good. Enlist taps a non-attacking creature without summoning sickness. People don't need to stop sleeping on Kappa Cannoneer. That card's awesome. Sun Gold Sentinel's also kind of weak. Maybe I'll just cut that one instead. And I think the Guardian might be better. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to play any of these cards. Not playing Talisman. This deck looks kind of nice. I'm going to get to try Headliner Scarlet and Carnage Interpreter, which I'm interested in doing. And it's a pretty decent... Oh, I'll take a Concealed Courtyard. I kind of wish I had that Sculler now. I think I'd actually play it. I could combine Oger Axonal with a Lava Dart if I wanted. When a red source deals non-combat damage, it gets bumped up to 4. Maybe if I side in Lava Dart, I'll do that. All right, and then I'll add some lands here. I said I'll add some lands here. Magic Online's not listening, I guess. Oh, there we go. And... no swamps. So I just have 1, 2, basically 5 red cards, and I have Arid Mesa, Inspiring Vantage Plateau, so 3 red sources. So if I do 4 and 3, this will end up with 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 white. Yep, that looks about right. Plus Chromatic Star helps both. And that's our deck. All right, it is time for round 1. I would, in fact, like to play first. And here's the punishment for putting mountains in my deck. Yeah, I got to mold this hand. Oh, man. Otherwise, it would have been a pretty good one, too. Though, ooh, this hand looks nice. I think I'm going to go turn 1 Thalia. Silent Clearing, Chrome Mox, exile a Braid, cast Thalia, and then I have the mana lined up for Carnage Interpreter. And I hope to draw a land, so I'm going to put a card on the bottom. I guess I'll put Resto on the bottom. And then I get to go turn 1 Thalia, and then if I draw a land, I'm just slamming Carnage Interpreter. I'm not going to wait a turn from other runes. And if I draw anything but a land, I'll either cast it or cast Mother Runes. So this seems like a pretty good plan. Exile a Braid, cast Thalia. All right, go ahead. My opponent also rolled the 6, but this was a start. All right, what you got? Probably land go. Oh, they could have an elf. They're playing green. All right, they did not. All right, I actually just want to draw land. All right, Carnage Interpreter. Look at this thing. 2 mana, turn 2, 5/5 menace, and I have 4 clues here. And there's a Thalia in play, so it's not like they're playing anything. All right. I mean, this seems great to me. I guess I am glad I slammed that thing. I discard 1 card here. And I get a 5/5 menace and 4 clues. Whew. All right, it's time to send in the Thalia, and maybe they have like a fatal push for Thalia on turn 2, but Carnage Interpreter is still gonna give them the business. I kind of do want to draw a land here because I want to be able to crack a clue and play a spell to keep my hand size low. But if I draw a spell, I'll probably just play the spell. I guess the danger zone is if I draw like a 4 mana spell, which I don't have many of left. I put Resto on the bottom. And at that point, I'll probably have to crack a clue. Oh, Overgrown Tomb can help against Thalia for sure. Preacher of the Schism is pretty good. That is going to give them some things. Okay, Cathar Commando. All right, well, let's send with Carnage Interpreter still. This thing hits for lots of damage, and I think I'm going to crack a clue here once I hit for 5, because this only has menace when you're hellbent or near hellbent, I guess, at 1 or 0. This puts them to 11, and I guess I could leave Silent Clearing up. Land would be really nice here. All right, land, pay the life, pass the turn. And then end of turn, I can cast a Cathar Commando. I mean, they get to attack me and make a 1/1 lifelinker, but Carnage Interpreter is still just slamming. And the lifelinker can't block Thalia. It can block Cathar Commando, but we'll see what else they play. Okay, get your lifelinker. I could double block, but that seems not like a very good play, since I would lose both my creatures. And I do like having Thalia in play here. Okay, Swamp. See if they have another creature to play. There are definitely a lot of removal spells that could kill Carnage Interpreter, at which point I would be in not great shape. Ancient Tomb into Preacher was a pretty nice way to combat what I'm doing here, but they do need a little bit more. We'll see if they've got it. All right, here we go. If this is like a Shield Druid, that'd also be pretty bad. Looks like a removal spell to me. Hanger back for 2. Okay. Well, I'll play Cathar Commando end of turn. And then draw Figure of Destiny. What happens if I attack with everything? I guess Cathar Commando gets blocked. I think I can attack with Thalia, because if they double block, I can pop the Hanger back with Cathar Commando, and then they end up losing their vampire token. Oh, they're just going to chump there and take 5 down to 4. Okay, let's sack a clue here. See what I draw. Wasteland. Oh. Wasteland's pretty good. I'm going to give up a little bit of mana efficiency. I'm going to Wasteland Overgrown Tomb here for sure. They're at 4. That Ancient Tomb's not doing that much more. Then I'll play a Figure of Destiny. And do I want to Cathar Commando the Hangerback Walker right now? I think I do. I don't love it, but I don't want them getting more tokens. All right. And so now they're at 4. They've got an Ancient Tomb play. Thalia's still probably causing them issues. And then they've got this Carnage Interpreter, which is a 5/5 menace. A tap land is probably not great for them. They could attack with Preacher and make another lifelinker. I go to 10. Then they have to put 2 tokens on the Carnage Interpreter or die. And then 1 token chumps one of my other creatures and they go to 2. And they gain 1 from the token, they go to 3. Okay, and then they lose all their creatures. They might not be able to attack with Preacher here. Yeah. Oh, Gut has to just be lethal. I don't really know. I mean, let's see. 2 things block Carnage Interpreter. All right, well, Carnage Interpreter and Gut really showed their power there. Do I want Sun Gold Sentinel? I don't really think so. Lava Dart? I have a little package here. Oger plus Goblin Bombardment plus Lava Dart, like these 1 damage things turn into 4 damage with Oger Axonal, but I don't know that I want to put that card in my deck. I think I think I'm probably fine how I am. In here, this is a really nice hand. This hand can do some things. I might just go, I mean, I'm going to keep, obviously. We'll see what I draw, but if I draw a card I don't mind pitching, I could go turn 1 Wasteland your land, play Mother of Runes, turn 2 Mana Vault Spellbinder with Mother of Runes to protect it. That's pretty disruptive. And then once I draw a few more lands, Sarah Paragon to recycle the Wastelands. Opponent is mulliganing here. So yeah, they mulled the 6, and I guess I'm not going to turn on Wasteland them, and my turn 1 is not going to go as planned. So they can't take the Spellbinder. I mean, I kind of think they're supposed to take Mother of Runes or Mana Vault. Sorry, they can't take the Paragon. They can't take the Spellbinder. I mean, I guess I could see them taking Spellbinder. Mother of Runes, the drawback to taking Mother of Runes is that I get it back with Paragon, so I guess Mana Vault makes sense in that regard. All right, I'm just going to play Godless Shrine and Mother of Runes and wait on deciding what to do next. This Chrome Mox is looking not fantastic. They know about the Wasteland now. Sylvan Library, sure. All right, I really would like to just draw a spell. Oh, Gut is just an unbelievable card. All right, I'm going to exile. I could exile Sarah Paragon. I think I will. I'm just going to go for the Gusto here. Go for the Gusto. Yeah, let's attack with Mother of Runes. So we can trigger Gut, sack the Chrome Mox. And then next turn I can go Elite Spellbinder, you attack. And if they don't kill Gut right now, they're basically dead. And if they do, they're spending their turn to kill Gut. I'll still have Mother of Runes. I'll hit them with a skeleton down to 11, then Elite Spellbinder them. Like, there's some beatdowns here. Let it not be said that I don't draft beatdowns. I mean, this is definitely beatdowns. All right. They took 2 cards off Sylvan. Okay. That's definitely aggressive. I mean, if they have something like Toxic Deluge, that would be really good. They might have kept like Land Deluge. Maybe they kept Island Time Walk or something. Oh, Mana Vault. This could lead to a big play. For black, green, and colorless mana, I'm not sure what even the biggest play you could make here. Pest Infestation, blow up your Mana Vault and make 4 1/1s. It'd be pretty good. No plays. What in the world? All right, well, I mean, I'm going to find out what's happening because I'm just going to cast Elite Spellbinder here. And I have a Mother of Runes out, so, like, there's not much that can really go wrong when you have Mother of Runes untapped. Let's see what the sitch is, and I'll probably turn that Spellbinder into a 4/1 menace. Sorry, Apollo. What? Did you have, like, grand ambushing plans? They already knew about Elite Spellbinder. I guess they didn't know... No, they knew about the Wasteland, too, because I played it. Shieldred's Edict. Each opponent sacrifices a creature token. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that does get my skeleton. That's something, I guess. Oh, prime time. Wow. That was pretty good. Let's just sack the Spellbinder and hit for 6 here. Because this is lethal still, so I think I'd rather have Mother of Runes chilling here than sacking the Mother of Runes and leaving the Elite Spellbinder. It's kind of immaterial. I think that they need basically Toxic Deluge or bust here regardless, but I kind of feel like Mother of Runes is better. What if they went like Land, Fractured Identity, or Gut or something? Well, then they would still die. But, you know, I don't think having a Spellbinder matters. I think I'd rather have a Mother of Runes. I can't imagine they're going to get out of the situation, though. We'll see. Let's see. They, of course, only took 1 card off Sylvan, and then now they have... This is a lot of mana. Is that Walking Ballista? Walking Ballista is pretty good. That actually will get them out of it. Wow, there's not that many cards that do that. Walking Ballista does. So what do they do now? They kill... They're going to kill Gut and the Skeleton token. The funny thing is, I actually think keeping the Elite Spellbinder would have worked out better here, because I'd hit them to 2 now. But we'll have to play it from here. I guess Walking Ballista was something. I have 2 removal spells in hand. I mean, I got to attack with Mother of Runes, and I think I Wasteland the Overgrown Tomb. Oh yeah, because that way they can't untap the Mana Vault. So now they take 1 from Mother of Runes, 1 from Mana Vault. Walking Ballista was like the one. I mean, probably not the only card that would make me rather keep Spellbinder than Mother of Runes, but one of the cards that would. So we're going to 3 now. I have a Touch the Spirit Realm to save my Mother of Runes if something comes up. And I also have removal to blow up their next couple plays, so definitely got some moves here, but Ballista was pretty good. And Mana Vault pings them down to 3. Let's see. Dark Confidant. Wow, okay. I mean, they're clearly stacking a land on top, so I'm just going to blow up their Dark Confidant here. I don't really want that to happen. And then I don't think I'm going to sack the Silent Clearing right now because I want to use Touch the Spirit Realm. Also, I have enough 3-mana cards in my deck that I think just leaving Silent Clearing in play is going to be the best. All right, now they go to 1 from Mana Vault here. And they get to Sylvan. If they play a removal spell, I can Touch the Spirit Realm, so I hope they play at sorcery speed, which they kind of have incentive to, because if Mother of Runes untaps, I could just protect her. Maybe I don't attack. And if they play a creature on their end step, I can Touch the Spirit Realm to flicker it. All right, whew. We got there. Nice little round 1. Let's move on to round 2. All right, on the play for round 2. Whoa, all right. Yeah, I'm willing to try this one. I am missing like red and I guess a 2-drop, but I feel like this hand has some pretty decent outs, and I can also kind of skip our second turn here by wastelanding if I need to. And I get to go turn 1 just tapped Godless Shrine. Not the most exciting, but I think we've got... This hand has some good potential. Between Gut and Chrome Mox, I feel like this hand could be pretty explosive. So let's just pass. No reason to Mox yet. If I draw a red card, I can Mox. If I draw a cheap creature, that would be good. All right, well, I'm going to Wasteland here. Touch the Spirit Realm isn't exactly what I was looking for, but it's at least a card to pitch to Chrome Mox if I need to. Surveils are us. All right, they surveilled, kept on top, and then they surveilled and binned Shieldred's Edict. All right, maybe because they need the lands here. Oh, Luminarch Aspirant, what a draw. All right. Yeah, of course this hand is great. Imagine if I drew it last turn, I could have gone Mox my Resto, play Luminarch, and Wasteland you. Sharp-Eyed Rookie, all right. Oh, look at this. Inspiring Vantage, Chrome Mox. No exile. We're just playing Chrome Mox as a 0-mana 4/1 haste. Put a counter on the Aspirant. Slam. Sack the Mox. And Gut, once again, is just delivering the beatdowns. This puts my opponent to 13. Not really sure what their best route out is here, but I've got 2 pretty... Well, I've got 3 threats in play. Gut threatens to make more tokens. Gix. No, Gix is not going to do it. They can attack with the Sharp-Eyed Rookie. Yeah, it's got Vigilance, and they get to even pay a life to draw a card. Let's see. A cheap thing would be nice. Oh, interesting. I could Skyclave the Gix and then sack. I think I'd rather just cast Touch the Spirit Realm on Gix here. And then I don't think I'm going to sack to activate Gut, because I just put another counter on the Luminarch. And then I hit for Eat with these 2 and pass on sacrificing. And then this puts our opponent to 4 here. Or they chump the Luminarch to stay at 8. Yeah. Oof, what a beatdown. Still not looking at balance, but my matchup against Golgari midrange, just like everyone's, seems to be pretty good so far. That's actually, we played against, I guess, Sultai and Jund, but 2 black-green decks in a row here and just pummeling them with Gut mostly. And here, oh, this is a nice Carnage Interpreter hand. So I'm going to go turn 1 Mountain, Mox, Imprint Spellbinder, play Luminarch. Turn 2 Interpreter unless I draw another 2-drop or something, and then I can go Chromatic Star plus 2-drop. Wow, they have the full cycle of Jund Surveil lands. They've really done it. All right, let's see. Mox Pearl at some point would be nice, but we're not doing that. Actually, I think now I'm going to imprint Parallax Wave because I'm going to go turn 1 Luminarch still, turn 2 Spellbinder, and then kind of nice to draw a land and go Star plus Interpreter. Okay, well, they killed my thing. All right, land is not bad. I'll actually even play the Godless Shrine. If I get hymned or something, I'd much rather have Godless Shrine. Faithless Looting, Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Shieldred's Edict. All right, I'll just make the Shieldred's Edict more expensive. They can Faithless Looting here to try to find a green source to play their Sharp-Eyed Rookie. But I'm not very concerned about that, because that just puts them in a position where they have very few cards in hand, and I'm about to go play my whole hand next turn. I suppose if I draw a really good card, if I drew a Gut or something, yeah, Gut would be insane. I would sack the Chromatic Star. If I draw something that's worth playing, I'll play it. Otherwise, I'll play Carnage Interpreter. Discarded Souls of the Lost and then played a Commercial District. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try drafting the like Vengevine, Discard, Dredge stuff, but my prediction is that it doesn't really work in this cube. We'll have to see. All right, yeah, this is very clearly just time to interpret. I've interpreted my draws and decided that putting a 5/5 menace into play and then a bunch of cards that even if they deal with the 5/5 menace, I will have a bunch of cards to refill. Sounds pretty good. Chrome Mox has just been absurd in this deck so far. With Gut and Carnage Interpreter, Chrome Mox is just insane because Gut kills them so fast you don't care about card disadvantage, and Carnage Interpreter gets you your cards back. Okay. They've got some things. Let's draw. Let's just hit with the Carnage Interpreter. And let's sack a clue. Okay, if I drew a land, I would sack the Star. Land and then play Kari Zev. Pass. Because if I drew a land off the clue, I know that I could get down to 1 card again. And I don't have to worry about the Carnage Interpreter. Though, Touch the Spirit Realm flickering the Carnage Interpreter is also pretty nice. Whoa. Little Woe Strider. They even get to buff the Sharp-Eyed Rookie. Okay. Let's see. They've got that Shieldred's Edict to play that's exiled with the Elite Spellbinder still. Wasteland. Well, that's actually going to be a pretty nice play too. Let's play a land so this thing has Menace. Let's send. I still really want to trade Elite Spellbinder for the Deep Cavern Bat, so I think I'll send like this and see what they want to do. Block with everything. No, you don't want to block with the Bat. Sure, that's fine. I guess take 7. And let's crack a clue first to see what's up. Oh. I guess what I'm going to do is on draw step, I'll resto them. I don't think I need to get more clues off Carnage Interpreter. It'll also require me to discard my Touch the Spirit Realm. And if I really want more clues, I could use Touch the Spirit Realm. So I'm just going to resto the Elite Spellbinder and see. I mean, the Battle Ball wasn't doing much, but now they can't like discard it in any way with like a looting to reanimate it. So that was kind of nice. They have 3 mana left, so they can't. They cracked the clue. Did they forget about Shieldred's Edict? Because I mean, I guess it just kills the Spellbinder, which trades for the Bat. But, all right. No, another fairly easy dub. On to round 3. Ooh, 3 for 3 for winning die rolls. And a lot of Moxes in the opening hand. All right, this puts us to the test. How do we feel about 5-land Gut Spellbinder on the play? If I draw a 2-drop, this hand is still just okay. Well, no, it's pretty good, because I go 2-drop, turn 3, Gut, attack, turn a 2-drop into a 4/1, next turn Spellbinder, you turn a Spellbinder into a 4/1. If I don't draw a 2-drop, this hand's kind of weak, but I still get to Spellbinder. I think I will keep. I don't know, it's close. I feel like I could definitely see mulliganing this, or if I knew what I was playing against, I might be a little more inclined to do so. Also, if I draw Mox Pearl, which I think I have in this deck somewhere, I could play a turn 2 Spellbinder, and that would be nice. Against a Swift Spear, I'm more likely to have wished I mulliganed here. Let's not draw a land. Oh. I mean, I guess I should have been more specific. Ancient Tomb was actually pretty good. All right, let's see what you got. Could be bad news. Oh, it's bad news. Luminarch Aspirant, Plains, Soul Scar Rage monstrous. Oof. I'm going to take the Luminarch to make it so you don't have a good play this turn. All right, the red-white beatdown mirror. Mountain, sure. So you can play your monstrous rage. Well, I'm going to take one. And then on my turn, I need to draw something pretty good. All right, you know, that isn't bad. Let's cast Gut. And I think I'm going to send the Spellbinder in. No, I'm just going to chill. The reason I'm chilling is because this way, if they play Lelia, I can trade Spellbinder for it. And if they play Rabblemaster, Gut can block the token. So they don't actually have, they're not getting full value out of their 3-drops. Yeah. And they can't even attack. Gut's actually holding down the fort. They can't even attack with any of their creatures here. I mean, they have to attack the Goblin, but all right. And then next turn I get to Carnage Interpreter, which was an amazing draw. So let's go draw. I don't actually need all this red mana. I think I'd even rather have the 3rd white. And then exchange all of this, all these mountains here for clues. Which also means I'm going to get to attack with Spellbinder and make a token off Gut, which is sick. Attack. Sack a clue token. And I get to even use Ancient Tomb to crack a clue if I want to. Carnage Interpreter was just an obscene draw here. Like, it can actually block Monastery Swiftspear or Soulscar Mage, and Monstrous Rage doesn't go over the top. Like, it doesn't even... My Carnage Interpreter doesn't even die. I could also block Lelia if they draw a land. They have 1 unknown in hand. And if they... I'm at 14. If I get to make a good block here, then... I mean, the Monstrous Rage does kill the Carnage, because it gets the monster roll too, obviously. I mean, they can't really block here, I don't think. You're at 13. I wonder if I can kill them. It kind of depends what they do here. Because next turn I have effectively 11 unblockable with the skeleton tokens plus the elite spellbinder. If they tap it, like, they can't tap out for Lilian attack. They actually really have wanted to draw a land over the last 2 turns. So this is going to be a really close game. So they have a +3/+1 spell in hand. They have a Lelia. If they go land Lelia attack, I could also block with Interpreter and offer to trade. They have to use Monstrous Rage. They also get to attack with a 3/2 Rabblemaster. No, they're dead. I kept a pretty mediocre hand, drew Ancient Tomb. They had turn 1 Swiftspear, turn 2 Luminarch, turn 3 Rabblemaster or Lelia with Monstrous Rage and Soulscar Mage, and Carnage Interpreter. It's the card of the draft. Wow, just toasted them. All right, well, I do want balance at this point. I don't know about Lava Dart. It didn't actually look good against the creatures they had, but balance looks good. And what do I want to cut? Maybe I cut Headliner Scarlet. This is more of an aggressive card, and all my other cards do a pretty good job both sides, so I think we'll do that. Maybe I take out Wasteland, actually. I didn't see anything. Oh, there's the Mox Pearl. This hand is awesome. Turn 1 Kari Zev or Guardian into turn 2 Skyclave. Seems pretty great to me. Okay, Thraben Inspector is fine. Get Lost is also not even bad. All right, let's go Kari Zev. And then if they play a good 2, if they play a Luminarch, I will definitely Skyclave it. I also even have Get Lost as a secondary. Oh, Inti, yeah, that's going to get... Oh, really? We're just going to discard a card for a +1/+1 counter? All right, that's fair. Don't hit a 0-drop, I guess. No, they hit a land. All right, I'll block. Yeah, that seemed fine to me. Land. Skyclave your Inti. They even only get a 2/2 back if they kill the Skyclave. And hit for 3 with Kari Zev. Next turn I can play 2/2 mana spells and I'll be pretty happy with that. They go to 17. I mean, the Mox basically put me on the play, which has been pretty nice. Lelia, sure. We're just ships passing the night this game. They hit Mind Collapse. Oh, are they going to Mind Collapse? That is a disgusting hit. Wow. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think I'm still doing okay, but that was obviously a very strong card to hit. Now they can kill my... They can turn a mountain into a 2/2 and kill my Skyclave, effectively. Or kill Karizev, I suppose. Yeah, all right. I can accept that. Hit with Skyclave because it's not blocking. Beginning of combat, I'm going to get lost the Lelia, but I'm going to play Guardian of New Benalia as well because I would rather have that in play than a Cathar Commando. It did at least put them down a land. All right. Get lost the Lelia. They get some map tokens, so they're going to be able to buff that Thraben Inspector a bunch if they really want to. They might not attack, but I guess it makes sense too. This gets indestructible by discarding a card. Let's see. The map tokens can help them get the land back from Mind Collapse. Oh, they're just passing. Okay. Let's go attack with Guardian of New Benalia, Scry 2. I guess I could have played Arid Mesa and cracked it first, but I don't think I need to. All right, enlist. I get to Scry 2. So my thing becomes a 4/2. Basically, I attack for the same amount of damage, but I get to Scry. I don't know why enlist is not summoning sick. It's just like, way to cut the legs out of that mechanic for just no reason. Bottom. Touch the Spirit Realm. Yeah, I guess that's fine. And then I'll play Porcelain Legionnaire, pay 2 life. Yeah, I should have just cracked the Arid Mesa first. I'm going to end up basically paying an extra 2 life instead of just paying the full retail for Porcelain Legionnaire. And now they're cracking a clue? Okay. If they had started with map token and drew an untapped land, they could have done better, but maybe just playing the tap land is probably the safest. Luminarch Aspirant, okay. Thraben Inspector is going to become... Wow, it's getting big. They hit a mountain. They already played a land. And then they're going to put another counter on the Thraben, I assume. I mean, we're getting to the point where I might touch the Spirit Realm, the Thraben Inspector. Oh, they didn't attack? That's awesome. All right. And they're not using the map token. That's odd, too. Okay, flash in a Cathar Commando. Let's see if they have a bolt or something. I guess not. Actually, maybe I should have just kept Arid Mesa in hand to discard the Guardian of New Benalia. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to play Touch the Spirit Realm, and I'm going to take out the Thraben Inspector here. And then I'm going to attack with everything and enlist the Cathar Commando onto the Guardian of New Benalia. And while I'm at it, I should sack the Arid Mesa. Oh, they have something. That's why they didn't use the clue. What do they have for 1 mana? A bolt or something? I mean... I guess if they kill the Guardian, that's a little annoying, but I still get to attack for kind of a lot of damage. At that point, I just attack with everything. But they trade, Swords to Plowshares on the Skyclave. Okay. That's really not too bad. They didn't need to do it right then. That just lets me know that I can attack. All right, I'm going to crack this because I'm scrying. Let's just get a Godless Shrine. Was that even the right one to hit? I don't think so. And then... Because now I get to attack for 8 in Scry 2 here. Bottom, top. Though I guess the Guardian is not indestructible, so it just trades. No, that was right. They can just block the Guardian here. And take 3 down to 8, and then next turn I get to play my own Luminarch. All right. Yeah, playing the land was a pretty big error. I would just have a Guardian in play instead of playing the Arid Mesa. But this is kind of, learning new cards. If they have an expensive card here, I could definitely just be dead. Yeah, and I know I'm drawing a Luminarch. All right, I am dead. All right, well, I would have lost that game regardless. All right, game 3. They have some good ones for sure. I guess I'm just going to be on the play here. Maybe on the play I want Headliner Scarlet, actually. And I could cut... Maybe I cut Cathar Commando. They didn't have any artifacts or enchantments, and a 3/1 that I saw that I really cared about, and a 3/1 is just such a bad stat line. They also seem to not have very many non-basics, so I'm going to just play another mountain instead of a wasteland here. Yeah, I have enough plains. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, on the play, let's go Mox. Maybe the next hand we'll have one. Oh, we got all our bangers. We have Gut, we have Carnage Interpreter, we have Chrome Mox. All right, we'll keep. This is tough, though. Chrome Mox on a mulligan is rough. Oh, what do I do here? I think I actually put Gut on the bottom. Because, look, if I don't Mox, yeah, that's so much worse. Or I could put Carnage Interpreter on the bottom. No. Wow, I really want to keep all of it. Maybe I put Mox on the bottom and just go turn 1 tap land, turn 2 Thalia. So I have a couple ways I could go here. This is actually a really interesting keeper mull. Well, I'm going to keep it. What to put back? So I could put option 1, put back Gut, go Godless Shrine, Chrome Mox, Imprint, Elite Spellbinder, cast Thalia. They go turn 1 like Dork. And I go turn 2 Carnage Interpreter. On turn 2, I have a Thalia, Carnage Interpreter, and a bunch of clues. Alternately, I put back Spellbinder still, go turn 1 tapped Godless Shrine. They go turn 1 Dork. I go turn 2 Thalia, but I have the Chrome Mox, so I can go Gut, sack Mox on turn 3. No, that sounds worse. I'm gonna go for it. They're also mulling. I feel like turn 1 Thalia, turn 2 Carnage Interpreter is strong enough that I could just do that. The thing is, the Gut doesn't work without the Thalia on turn 1 anyway. So at this point, I think I'd rather do this. It's a pretty good brawler. It makes it so their turn 1 might not be very good. Ancient Tomb. Wow, Ancient Tomb's really good, but so is playing a 5/5, so let's just do that. And hit, and then, I mean, there's just not much they can do. Like, I guess if they go plain Swords to Plowshares, the Carnage Interpreter through Thalia, then yeah, that's pretty bad. But then I have the clues to recover. If they don't have that, they're pretty screwed. Magda's good. Oh my God. Never mind. We're just going to run them over here. It's just attack for 7 and play another Carnage Interpreter. Whew. All right. Didn't foresee a Metamorph start. What a draw. Now they have 2 5/5 menaces. I also have 20 million clues in play. There's no chance we get through all of these, but you know, it's only fitting that this deck, this draft, which was the story of Carnage Interpreter, ends with me having 2 of those in play on turns 2 and 3. Like, what a start. Okay, so they want their treasure, so they're going to attack. I'm going to block with my 5/5, of course. If they have a deal 3, then so be it. I mean, if they have a Wrath, that's one thing, but then I have 8 clues to burn through, so that's also pretty good. Palace Jailer on the Carnage Interpreter? Okay. That's really not going to get the job done here. I'm not saying they shouldn't play it, but they got to do what they got to do. But, I mean, they could exile. I guess they should just exile the Carnage Interpreter, the original one. Because if they exile the Metamorph, then I have the choice of metamorphing the Palace Jailer next turn. All right. I kind of want to draw a land here. Because I want to start getting into these clues. Blues clues here. I did draw land. I don't really think I need to. I mean, I guess I could go land, crack, clue first. If I really wanted to. Oh. I definitely should have played my land because I'm going to get my other Carnage Interpreter back. That was dumb. I should have just gone land attack. Oh, well. What can you do? The answer is you can demolish your opponent with a bunch of Carnage Interpreters, but I definitely should have played my land first. That was obviously foolish. I have 12 clues in play. Yeah, I mean, I will crack one now. I think, actually, I'm not going to. I have the Monarch. I really don't want to end up in a spot where I can't play my cards. So as long as I don't draw a 4, no, I can't. I'm not going to crack a clue end of turn either. Not playing the land was pretty costly, but again, we're learning new cards here, and I just have to not crack these clues because I need these interpreters to stay as 5/5s. Really not sure what their plan is here. Obviously, they're facing down a ridiculous draw, but I mean, this is one of the more ridiculous draws I've ever had in Cube. Turn 1 Thalia, turn 2 5/5, turn 3 5/5. Like if they have balance or something, that could be a thing. Nope, they do not. And wow, that was quite the draft. I mean, let's take a look at this deck. Just Interpreter was the story of the whole deck. I'm so glad I splashed for it. Gut was great. The white cards were good. The Moxes were good. I mean, Chrome Mox was just still fantastic, even though pretty costly. If that was a Mox Pearl in that last hand, I would have had turn 1 Thalia, turn 2 Gut. But, I mean, this was still just absolutely obscene. And this deck really, really delivered. The Carnage Interpreter, I'm going to declare a resounding success. So it's already in my cube, and we'll stay there, I think, for basically until Rakdos gets a bunch of other busted cards, but this card is really, really good. Well, that'll do it for today. I hope that was enough carnage for you. As always, I appreciate you hanging out with me and watching these sweet drafts. I'll be back tomorrow with another one, and I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.